Thank you for your interest in the updated Practice of Statistics 6th edition by Darren Starnes and Josh Tabor. Our goal with this program is to make sure that you and your students have the best experience possible, and that your students gain a sound understanding of statistics and realize success on the AP exam. Darren and Josh have been involved with the AP Statistics course since its inception and have served in many different roles at the Reading since 1998. They are both certified College Board consultants and lead numerous AP Statistics workshops each year. They bring their knowledge of the AP Statistics course and their experience as high school teachers to this text and program. In this tour, we will showcase both the teacher and student resources as a means of introducing you to the range of support that is available to you in this program. Whether you are new to teaching AP Statistics or a veteran teacher, our program offers extensive resources to support you, all of which were developed by a team of AP experts led by Darren Starnes and Josh Tabor. This course tour is organized into three main parts. The first part is a brief overview of College Board's resources for the AP Statistics course. Next is a walkthrough of the updated TPS 6 Teachers Edition to show how it supports your teaching of AP Stat within College Board's course framework. Now, while we review the content of the Teachers Edition, we will also highlight key pedagogical features in the student text to show how it helps you to develop students' mastery of the content that leads to success on the AP exam. In Part 3, we'll review additional print and digital resources that are available with the updated Practice of Statistics 6E. With the Fall 2019 course and exam update, the College Board made some significant changes to the organization and coverage of the AP Statistics course. AP Central is always your first stop in gathering information about the AP course. A number of helpful resources are included on the AP Statistics page, including the course and exam description, which you see here. You may know it as the binder, but this is the document that describes the goals of the course in great detail. It highlights the skills and the content, and outlines a 9-unit structure for presenting the content. It also provides an outline of the exam format, along with offering some sample problems. Now, in normal years, the exam will be 3 hours long and will be divided into 2 parts, each of which accounts for 50% of the student's score. As you see, there are 40 multiple choice questions. Students have an hour and a half to finish that, and it accounts for 50%. The second part are the 6 free response questions. In Part A, there are 5 different questions. They're described here, each focusing on a slightly different aspect. And then the investigative task is the final piece. Now, to help you and your students prepare for the exam, College Board has set up the AP Classroom for you and your students to use once you have set up an account as part of the AP registration process. Useful tools on AP Classroom include the unit guides, which are in the course and exam description, and they suggest a sequence of pacing, the content, skills, and also offer additional advice on teaching the course. The personal progress checks offer formative assessment for every unit and then help you and your students see where they need additional help. As a teacher, you're provided the progress dashboard, and this will give you insight into the class or individual student performance. And finally is the AP Question Bank, which is a repository of released AP questions that may be used as desired to create additional quizzes and tests for student practice. Beginning your journey into teaching a successful AP course requires sound setup and planning. From time to time, College Board may make big, as in the case of the 2019 CED, or small updates. When they do, we have you covered. Our primary focus at BFW High School Publishers is providing outstanding content for AP courses, and our goal is to make it as easy as possible for you to find all of the information you need. Please visit our AP Updates page. The URL is here. On it, we include a link to the AP Statistics page, and then webinars and other kind of support prepared by our authors about adapting to change and teaching the AP course. Drilling down, you will find a correlation tools for the updated TPS. Because this program was developed specifically to address the revised framework, you can be confident that it adheres perfectly to the new course framework, as you can see here from this big picture correlation document. Now we'll move on to part 2 of the course tour. Let's now dive into the updated Practice of Statistics content and pedagogy that are designed to help you and your students realize success from the beginning. Perhaps the most important resource for you is the updated Teacher's Edition, written by AP expert and the Statsmatic himself, Luke Wilcox. Like Darren and Josh, Luke is an extraordinary teacher and advocate for statistics education. He was Michigan Teacher of the Year for 2016-2017 and received the Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science Teaching. His high school is one of the most diverse in the state of Michigan. His goal in the Teacher's Edition is to help you realize the success and satisfaction in teaching your students that he has found at East Kentwood. The Teacher's Edition is your comprehensive guide to teaching an outstanding AP Statistics course. It includes a description of each resource that supports the text, a review of the goals and updated text written by Darren and Josh, an AP Statistics primer, which is an excellent guide to developing and orchestrating a successful AP course, and the complete Student Edition text with wraparound teacher support at point of use. Now, if you have used an edition of TPS in the past, this chapter-by-chapter review of what has changed will be extremely helpful. We also encourage you to read through your AP Statistics primer, particularly if you are new to teaching AP Statistics, as it offers comprehensive advice on what to do before you begin, including sequencing and pacing. Next is a section on preparing students for the AP Statistics exam, with the discussion of assessment, activities, and projects, and using technology. The final section of the primer addresses what to teach after the exam and offers suggestions for recruiting students for next year. At the end of the Teacher's Edition preface, you will find the entire Student Edition front matter, including a walkthrough preface that introduces students to the structure and pedagogy of the Student Edition and all supporting resources. Darren, Josh, and Luke all spent part of the first day of class walking students through the preface to make sure that they are acquainted with all of the support that is available to them when they need it. In addition, we recommend assigning and discussing the What is Statistics overview in the Student Edition that falls just before Chapter 1. This short introduction gives students important insight into the overarching goals, big ideas, and best practices in statistics. Returning to the Teacher's Edition, at the beginning of each chapter are the blue pages, as we call the chapter overviews, that precede the annotated Student Edition pages. These chapter overviews provide context for where the chapter fits within the 9-unit structure of the course, and then reviews key principles for effectively teaching the chapter. Next is a list of teachers' resource materials that are available to support the chapter. They are also referenced at point of use in the margins and are denoted by a clickable icon, as we will see in this walkthrough. Here you see a favorite feature among many teachers, and that's the list of relevant FRQs. This list is similar to the AP Question Bank in College Board's AP Classroom, but allows you to see at a glance which questions our author team has found to be most helpful in testing the content presented in the chapter. Now, we only list questions once all the necessary information has been taught so that you can use the question effectively. This list is updated annually to incorporate newly released questions. One of the more challenging aspects of teaching an AP course is creating a pacing guide that ensures that you cover all required content before the exam. We make that part easy. In the preface, Lucas provided a year-long pacing guide built for 110 days with additional days for review. The details for each chapter are given in these blue pages. Here you see that 9 days, broken down by sections and learning targets covered, are allocated to Chapter 1. There are 7 days for core instruction, 1 for review, and then a final day designed for the test. You may choose to use our test in this book, an additional test that you compile from our resources, or the personal progress check in College Board's offerings. Luke also provides a list of suggested assignments to ensure that all of the learning targets are covered in a 30 to 45-minute homework assignment. If you're new to teaching this course or this book, having this suggested list is a really great way to begin your first time through. Then you can adjust it as desired as you become more familiar. The final piece of the blue pages is the course alignment, which details how the chapter addresses College Board's course framework. This document reviews the big ideas and enduring understandings that are covered and identifies the core skills that are emphasized. Finally, the learning objectives and essential knowledge statements from the course framework that are covered in each section of the chapter are itemized. Should you need even more detailed information, download the nitty-gritty guide from our updates page. Here you will find a searchable spreadsheet with each of the course framework metrics identified. Now let's turn to the wraparound content. As we began our walkthrough of the wraparound student edition pages, I'll highlight the teacher support that is built in at point of use. We'll show you where all the resources may be found in the final part of the course tour. The chapter opening page gives you access to a number of important tools that support the book. This first note identifies when College Board's personal progress check may be assigned with this book. Teaching tips are the most frequently occurring margin notes. Luke notes in the preface that he wants the annotated teacher's edition to be teacher-friendly and effective. He says, "I have included only teaching tips that I have used myself and have seen work with my own students." The chapter overview video is identified by the PD button. Click on it to watch a short overview of the chapter prepared by Darren or Josh. The overview videos are typically less than 10 minutes in length and provide an excellent introduction to the content of the chapter. The TRM button identifies the lecture presentation slides here. There is one set of slides for each section in the chapter. Here's a sample of some of the slides from the deck for section 1.1. These were developed by experienced AP teacher and TPS user Doug Tyson, and they offer a detailed review of the section. These Microsoft PowerPoint decks are ideal for teacher prep as you plan how to organize your class, or they may be shared with students as a review tool. Use them as is or tailor them to support your approach and style. Many teachers have told us that these detailed presentations provide an excellent starting point for preparing virtual lessons. Using the slide as is or with your own edits and adding a voiceover can provide outstanding support for school closures or just for student absences. Similarly, they may help with differentiation in the AP classroom. Sharing the deck with struggling students may provide the added support and patient development they need to catch up. Digging in a little further, we see 3 very important margin notes that Luke Wilcox has added to the Teacher's Edition. Here is how Luke explains why they are included. In my first 3 years teaching AP statistics, I didn't know what I didn't know. Now I realize that there are infinite connections to be made in the curriculum as we lead students toward the eventual goal of AP statistics, inference. I now know there is a story to be told, and the story has a clear progression, with the details from the beginning of the story being essential to understanding the end of the story. The teaching tips labeled Making Connections and Preparing for Inference will help you build this story with your students. Luke goes on to say, "I wanted the ATE to produce real results for student scores on the AP Statistics exam. After all, one of the great benefits of the AP program is that students will save money and can get ahead in achieving a college degree." Another valuable resource is the StatsMedic site developed by Luke and his colleague Lindsay Gallus. As the StatMedic tips identify additional resources to teach this course, including daily lessons, additional activities, and more. And there's a site called 150 Days of AP Stats that has a lot of additional information for teaching this course. In addition to the chapter overview videos, we offer section PD videos hosted by Darren, Josh, and Luke that go into more depth in each section and offer excellent advice for teachers. These vary in length from about 5 to 12 minutes, depending on the complexity of the content. Now, the TRM button identifies additional handouts in PDF or other form that you may use as desired. Here, you see here's all of the various activities that are offered for Chapter 1 in the TRM section. Now, let's take a look at the pedagogy in the Student Edition and then delve further into how the Teacher's Edition wraparound content works to support and enhance the core content presentation. Starting with the learning targets, which you will see here. Each lesson opens with a list of the learning targets to be mastered in the section. A learning targets grid is included in the TRM for you to provide your students if desired. They can use this as their checklist. Notice it includes the learning target, where it's found, the related example that supports it, a relevant chapter exercise, and then finally a place for them to check off once they feel they've mastered it. At the heart of any statistics text are the examples and exercises. Every key concept and scale in TPS is explored through a worked example. To help students who miss class or need extra help, a detailed explanation of the example and solution is accessed by clicking on the play button. In the Student Edition ebook, if you are new to teaching statistics and are feeling a little uncertain about how to present a particular topic or idea, you too may find them useful. In the TE, every worked example is paired with an alternate example. As noted in this TRM tip, all of the alternate examples in the chapter are available in Word format so that you may modify them or incorporate them into your own lesson as desired. Here we also see the solution to the example in the Student Edition. The solution is written so as to model the way AP Statistics students answers should be written on the exam. Teacher talk boxes, in most examples, offer the voice of the teacher giving advice and guidance to keep students on track. And you see here that in the Student Edition, the model solution is written in a more friendly font, and then the teacher talk boxes parallel them. At the end of every example, you also see for practice try, and then they list an exercise. These exercises are paired with the example to provide reinforcement. This pairing of example with a for practice try exercise is an important pedagogical component of the Student Edition. We know that many students start with the exercises and only go back into the text if they struggle to answer them. By putting the page number of the representative example next to the problem, we guide students back to the appropriate point in the chapter to review the example and surrounding text. If students are still struggling, they may click on the play button to watch a tutorial video that features an experienced AP Statistics teacher walking through the exercise and example in a step-by-step manner. The worked example and exercise videos are particularly helpful for addressing differentiation in the class or for providing support to students who are absent, and for offering support for snow days, substitutes, or other circumstances that may cause the class or individual students to fall behind. You will also note here that all answers appear in the margin as close as possible to the problem that they're answering. Another checkpoint built into the Student Edition are the Check Your Understanding questions. Students may use them independently, or you may use them in class as discussion questions or spot quizzes to make sure that students have mastered the material before you move on. Again, the answers appear in the TE on the page where the Check Your Understanding is in the Student Edition. Another outstanding feature of the Student Edition are the mini integrated activities. Most chapters begin with an activity to get students doing statistics from the beginning. Most experienced AP statistics teachers will tell you that working activities with your students is one of the best things you can do to help students develop a conceptual understanding of the material and engage with the concepts. However, many new teachers find it a bit intimidating to dive in. To help, we offer a detailed activity overview in the Wraparound Teachers Edition. It suggests how much time the activity will take, what materials are needed to conduct the activity, advice on teaching it, and answers to each question posed. For even more information, click on the play button to view a companion activity video, which provides advice and even visuals. Another nice feature that helps your students and you gain insights into the AP exam are the AP exam tips. AP exam tips in the Teacher's Edition offer advice on how best to prepare your students for the exam. The AP Connections teaching tip references student practices in other AP courses such as AP Bio, AP Calc, or AP Psychology so that you can answer questions that may arise. Although most students are familiar with using a graphing calculator before they enter the AP Statistics course, few know how to use a grapher to perform the techniques needed for statistics. TPS includes technology corners that offer keystroke level instruction for the TI-83-84+. Parallel instructions for the TI Inspire are also included on the student's site. The play button denotes that paired tutorial videos for both the TI-83, 84, and Inspire are available for detailed support. The technology corners, print and video, are designed to help save you time by allowing you to focus on the valuable uses for analysis of output rather than keystroke level instruction. This is another wonderful tool for differentiation, as students have varying abilities with the calculator. At the end of every section, we include a bulleted summary of the key ideas and an extensive set of exercises with short answers provided on the same page. Detailed work solutions are included in the teacher's resources. In addition, the teacher's resources include one prepared section quiz that is ready to go. For previous editions of TPS, we offered as many as 4 prepared quizzes and tests, but unfortunately, we found that the answers to those carefully designed assessments were readily available online within a few months. No matter how hard we as the publisher try to protect the integrity of the answers, we have no control over how the answers are shared. Consequently, we have pared back the number and have revised our ExamView assessment test bank to help you create parallel quizzes and tests. And there's also a multitude of assessment offered in our digital platform. We will look more closely at how that's done in the third part of this course tour. Another innovative feature of TPS is found in the chapter wrap-up in the Student Edition. If you are not familiar with the FRAPPY, Free Response AP Problem, yay, you will want to be. Realizing success on the AP exam requires students to answer free response questions early and often. One of the best ways for students to understand the rubrics that govern the grading of AP FRQs is to critique other students' work. In the Teacher's Edition, you will find detailed support for using the FRAPPY, including several introductory videos by Jason Molesky, who created the FRAPPY system, in which he explains the FRAPPY formative assessment system. You'll also see additional resources from the Statsmatic on this page. In addition to the FRAPPY, each chapter ends with a written summary and the Learning Target Summary Chart that ties each learning target to the relevant examples, section exercises, and chapter review exercises. This table makes a great study tool for students as they prepare for the chapter exam, and if you recall, on the very first page of the chapter, there was a teacher's resource material document of this table that can be filled in by students as they complete them. Each chapter review exercise also has a play button which links to a tutorial video that reviews the solution and the related skill and concepts in the chapter. And again, All the answers are in the teacher's edition on the page in which the problem appears. The final piece of each chapter in the student edition is an AP practice test that includes both multiple choice and free response questions to answer. Selected chapters include a chapter project that offers enhanced opportunities for statistical analysis. Additional support for assigning the chapter project is offered in the teacher's edition. The projects provide a nice tool for supporting differentiation for students who would benefit from more challenging work. Concluding our tour of the student edition pedagogy and paired teacher support are the cumulative AP practice tests. In addition to all of the integrated AP support, Updated TPS features 4 cumulative AP practice tests that help students review and practice for the exam at multiple points throughout the course. The cumulative practice tests appear at the ends of Units 3, 5, 7, and 9, and increase in number of problems and level of complexity, so that by number 4, the test emulates an actual AP exam. Full solutions are provided in the teacher's resource materials, and short answers are placed in the margins of the TE. You also see here a reference to a useful blog post in the StatsMedics site about helping students prepare for the AP Statistics exam. We will now begin the third part of this course tour, which is an overview of some of the add-on resources that are available with the updated practice of statistics. Although the updated TPS-6 includes extensive support for the AP exam integrated at point of use in the student edition, as we've seen, many teachers, students, and parents want to give their students a study guide or exam prep book to make sure they excel on the exam. The Strive for a 5 guide, which is written specifically for updated TPS-6, offers both in one volume. The first part of this book is a study guide that encourages students to write and practice as they study the book. And the second part offers AP exam test prep and features 2 additional full model AP exams. The Strive Guide is available for purchase. We offer many bulk purchase options at reduced prices. Please ask your BFW sales representative about options if you are interested. Many adopters will receive the ExamView Assessment Suite for updated TPS-6 as part of their program. If you did not receive it, please contact your BFW sales rep if you're interested. As noted earlier in this course tour, the ExamView bank files have been written to work effectively with the text and to allow you to quickly and easily build alternate versions of the prepared section quiz and chapter test that is part of our resource program. ExamView bank files are organized by chapter, and each question is coded with the section and learning targets that are addressed. The learning targets are numbered sequentially through the chapters and mapped to the What Did You Learn table in the student edition. We also provide a learning targets key in the Getting Started folder of the teacher's resource materials. By searching by learning target, you may quickly and easily build quizzes and tests to assess the desired content. And you can use the prepared quiz or test as a model to build a good assessment. ExamView consists of 3 components: the test generator, where you create tests and quizzes; the test manager, where answers to tests taken online are stored and analytics are provided; and the test player, which allows you to give tests online. ExamView is the most widely used assessment tool in K-12 publishing, and although we publish our assessment through ExamView, it is owned by Turning Technologies. Detailed help is available through their site, as shown here. Of course, you always may reach out to your BFW sales representative with questions or for additional help. One of the most exciting and valuable is our digital platform Sapling Plus, which is a course management tool with integrated ebook and online homework. Our ebooks are mobile ready for access via desktop, laptop, tablet, or cell phone when connected to the internet, and in a downloadable form when Wi-Fi is not available. Here's the student edition. Both the teacher's edition ebook and the teacher's resources are all accessed through this platform. And you can see the teacher's resources here, or you can access them through this nav bar. And they're also available through the teacher's annotated teacher's edition or TE book, as we'll discuss. Here's a look at all the resources that are found. They are both in Sapling Plus and also on the Teacher's Resource flash drive. The only items that are not included on the flash drive are the statistical applets that must be used in an online forum. They're organized by type and by chapter. Although the TRFD, the flash drive, and the Teacher's Resources are handy, the most powerful and easy to use tool that we offer for accessing all of the resources in the Teacher's Edition is this TE book. When we click on the Annotated Teacher's Edition TE book link, we're taken to the TE book. Let's just take a quick look at Chapter 1. Let's go to Section 1.3. When we're here, as mentioned previously, the beauty is that exactly at point of use, you can click on the buttons and have, in this case, the video open up.
Hi, I'm Luke Wilcox. I'm the author of the Teacher's Edition for...
Going back to the page, we see similarly if you click on the TRN button, in this case, the Word document opens for the alternate examples. And so right at point of use, you can see what is available to you. The same is true for the icons that are in the Student Edition. So you click on the play button, and again, the video opens.
This is Monica DeBold, and we're going to look at the example in section 1.3, how many goals, and we'll calculate the mean.
The same is true for each additional button or reference in the Teacher's Edition. Now, going back into the program, let's take a look at the online homework. Let's take a look at Chapter 8, something that's a little more robust. Here we see the resources for Chapter 8. In the Sapling course, we offer various types of questions. The recommended assignment piece correlates to those suggested assignments in the pacing guide in the blue pages. We also have a section of additional book-based questions and then other questions that look more broadly. When you're building your course, if you use the recommended assignments and all book-based questions, you will be confident that you're covering everything you need in TPS. The other questions include various types, including some algorithmic inference type questions and additional stretch questions. Let's take a look now at what makes these questions special. So let's, for example, consider the got shoes question. It's a multiple choice question from TPS section 8.1. If you look at that question, you will see that we have extensive guided feedback that is designed to help students even when they get the question wrong. Here we'll see that the correct answer, if they get the first question, if they collect this answer, you see the calculation is correct. However, X bar is the notation for the sample mean. Try again. The next wrong answer notes we want to estimate the average number of shoes that female students have, so we should use the sample mean X bar as a point estimator for the population mean mu. Try again. You were correct that the sample mean is the point estimator. However, your calculation is incorrect. Don't forget to divide by n. Try again. So as you can see, the feedback that's provided guides students to the right answer and helps them learn even when they fail. Here's the final answer choice. This guided feedback written by AP Statistics teachers is a huge help in this online homework program. There's much more to see in our Sapling Plus program. If you would like to learn more about it, please feel free to request a demo or training by going to this site. In addition to your one-on-one training, you will find a series of how-to videos created by Erica Chavez, who is part of our TPS team. Erica has written our solutions manuals and has overseen the development of our Sapling program, including writing many of the questions herself. She's developed 10 short videos to help you learn how to get the most out of the Sapling program so that they're there for you when you need them. So thank you very much for your adoption of the updated TPS. Please let us know how we can help. And if you need to find your rep, you can always find their name and information here. Here's to wishing you a very successful AP course.